What's up, everybody? This is Robert Ferguson. Oh, this is going to be interesting, and I would love your advice because I'm going to talk about something that may be blocking you from losing weight, may be blocking you from getting off meds, may be blocking you from doing what you know you could do, but for some reason you're just not getting it done. And who knows why people aren't getting it done? But I was looking at these studies today, and they were talking about intelligence and aptitude. Who has the ability to really learn seem to be the ones who are able to be successful. But then again, I know a whole bunch of people that are really intelligent, very high aptitude, strong ability to comprehend, and they can't lose a pound. They're really smart. I know judges, politicians, executives, people with PhDs, and they're successful in almost everything that they do except for losing weight and being healthy. I would love to hear your opinion on that, you guys. I really would. So do me a favor and let's have this as part of the conversation, because no one really talks about intelligence or comprehension. Like, people just don't have a candid conversation about it. And it may be the thing that will help someone who catches me live or on the replay. I feel like it's something to talk about. Now, before we get into that deep conversation, if you are new to the channel, my name is Robert Ferguson. I'm a nutritionist. I share because I care, and I'm happy that you're here. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell. And make sure if you've hit the bell before and you're not being notified when I go live, do me a favor and go back, either unsubscribe, resubscribe, and then you'll see an option where you can choose all, meaning you're notified whether I upload a video or whether it's a video I'm going live. If it's premiere, you will be informed. So that would help. And then I would recommend that you either hit the like button or make a little comment. And I think that helps the algorithm, and it puts you in a position where you're more likely to be informed when we do go live. That's all I can throw out there. But we have the Gut Health Challenge coming up. We're still in the early stages, but not too early, because the prices are going to change, but the discount is there for the early bird. So I would love to have you part of this challenge. I believe it's going to change the lives of many people, because they're going to learn things that they're going to be thankful that they learned. They're going to be thankful that they learned. Okay? Now, let's get into this conversation. It's interesting, and it's totally impromptu. So I didn't write down any notes. I've talked to quite a few people about this today. I read a couple studies, and in many of the studies, it's pretty clear, or they were able to demonstrate, that people who have a higher level of learning or education tend to be leaner and healthier. Now, we all know that that's not the case, but that's what the studies kind of like revealed. And they were epidemiology type studies, right? They did meta-analysis where they looked at and pulled data from a whole bunch of cohorts, like these studies, to come up with this. So I'm not a believer in it, because I have an extensive background of working with all types of people, really smart people, not so smart people, people who have a hard time like learning or picking up things. So I'm in the middle. I really don't have an opinion either way. However, it brings up a few things that's worth talking about. Like, number one, I know that having a plan and our methodology, what we teach, Linda Jackson, she's with me right now. She gets it. Lisa Murray, she gets it. We've seen it. They've lived it. And when you know something and you know that it's concrete, it's solid, and you want someone to like take it and run with it, and they choose not to, what the hell is that? What is wrong with people? Because they will tell you, I want to get off meds. And then you tell them, hey, at least let me show you how this works because I believe it will help you get off those medications. Can I show you how this works? I don't think you're going to miss any of the foods you like to eat. You're going to be able to eat regular, everyday food you have at home right now. But you're going to learn, there's the educational piece. You're going to learn, that's the curve that takes a little bit of time. You're going to learn how to eat. And then the weight comes off. You're empowered and you're on your way. But for some reason, the people who are very educated and the people who aren't, they will hear you. And for some reason, I don't know if it's too good to be true. I mean, I've done talks. I mean, and I've moved thousands of people in crowds. I've inspired all kinds of people. But let's say there's 1,000 people and I get everybody jumping up and down. Out of 1,000 people, maybe 10 are willing to put up some money and actually do the program. But if it was a drug or if it was something that you had to buy and take a pill or rub a lotion on your body, there's a much greater response when people are going to be rubbing something on them or taking some type of product. See, our challenge, and here's where I'm having an ongoing challenge, and it's early in 2024. And by the way, I have some really good news today. Not the news that some people who know me know I'm going through right now. That hasn't been resolved, if you know what I mean. I had some fraudulent activity in my banking, which has been a nightmare for a week now. But we had a couple red panty moments today. Now, I'm not going to do a post about red panty again until I get the check. But we had 3 really big, powerful calls today that are moving things forward. Very exciting times. And I'm talking about me, all of our coaches. If you wanted to be a coach, this is really a good time to become one. But let's get back to this because this is some interesting stuff here. And what's up, Marilyn? Marilyn's in the house. So you guys help me with this. Really, I would love your thoughts, your feedback. I'm not looking for anyone to agree with me because I don't even know. But I want to look at the level of intelligence. So raise your hand if you would say you're intelligent. If I can get some people to work with me here. So no matter what platform you're on, if you're on LinkedIn, if you're in our Facebook group, if you're on YouTube, if you're catching a replay, give me a thumb, hit like if you feel you're intelligent. Hit like or just say, hey, I feel like I'm intelligent. Okay. Now, if you're intelligent and I share with you something that can help you, intelligence literally means the ability to learn. So you have the ability to learn and you see it, what we're doing, which is kind of unfair because, Marilyn, Lisa, Linda, you guys are intelligent and you actually have done the Diet for Your Life methodology. So you know that it works. So maybe in your mind, since you guys are helping me here, think about people who don't get it. Like maybe there's someone you know. It could be a roommate. It could be a friend. It could be a coworker. There's someone, maybe you find yourself around a lady, your kid plays soccer and you talk to this certain group. How do we get those people who want to be healthier? They want to lose weight. What do I say? What do we say? How do we position what we have that would get their attention and then they would never diet again? They would lose the weight. They would do great. Now, one of my clients I talked to this morning is doing very well. She lost over 30 pounds. She's almost 70 years old. She's retired. She was definitely going in the wrong direction with her health. We turned all of that around. Got off meds. She was even had sleep apnea. No longer needing that. And for about a year or two, people would complain about their situation, their meds, how they feel. And her name is Nancy. So big shout out to Nancy. If you're catching this, I'm sharing this about you because you are the real deal, and I appreciate you big time. You have been awesome, awesome client. I call you a friend. Whether I'm coaching you or not, you are a good person, and it's been an honor to work with you because you are living it. And something happened recently, and that is someone that knows Nancy reached out to her and says, "Hey, you're working with that Robert Ferguson guy, right? The whole diet for your life." She goes, "Yeah, I'm still working with him. And man, you haven't gained your weight back. You lost the weight and you look great." "Yeah, thank you." "Well, I'm on high blood pressure medication," this person says. "Do you think he would work with me?" I would think, yeah, I think he would. So out of nowhere, someone went up to her. See, because she walked it out, she lived it. And time went by because people are always sitting back watching. They're watching to see if you're going to fall apart. They're watching to see if you're going to gain the weight back. And over time, now you got their attention. You guys see what I'm saying? If you walk it out and live it and you're running with it, okay, then you're going to get people's attention. You're going to get their attention. That's interesting. Well, then I had something happen last night. One, I was with Lisa Marie and we did YouTube and we talked about some good stuff, these weight loss drugs. And then we took the conversation from YouTube and Facebook and we went to Telegram. You guys got to connect with us on Telegram. So if I didn't place the link up, then you can email my assistant and she'll send you the link for our Telegram because we doubled. I mean, we're not like doing thousands or millions of people, but we doubled from where we were in one night. So I want to say thank you to everyone who participated in that, everyone who came over. And of course, Hammer Girl, she made it happen. And now we're going to grow this thing. And I believe when you have a lot of good people working together, then you can create some magic. So it ain't just me, not at all. It's the team, and we're being led by Hammer Girl at the moment with this. And I'm excited about it because I love how you can just have total transparency over at Telegram. And you could talk about some things kind of like what we're talking about now. And I don't mean to insult anyone's intelligence today. I don't want anyone to feel dumb. I'm just being frank. And last night, before we did the whole Telegram thing, I was in a meeting, and there were some people who do like Overweight Anonymous or one of those types of programs, right? And if you've ever done one of those programs, you become indoctrinated. So then my mom would ask me, okay, well, what do you mean by indoctrinated? Well, it's when you enroll into a program. It's almost, I'm not going to say it's cultish because I can say that our Diet for Your Life family is cultish. But you get indoctrinated with Diet for Your Life also. And the indoctrination is kind of like what you learn, the belief that you take on, the energy that you kind of pick up, and you develop a confirmation bias where you believe what you believe based on what they put in front of you, even though there may not be evidence to support it. Right? So when someone does some of these programs, they're like Nazi nutrition programs, they will tell you don't eat white rice, stay away from white flour, never eat a white potato. And they demonize the white foods. And so I'm aware of this. And so when we were having this gathering, I shared with them, I said, look, you can eat white rice. And one of the ladies was like, what, really? White rice? I said, yeah, white rice. And I showed the data where we've helped thousands of people lose weight eating with our methodology. And I also shared that sanitarians, people who live to be over 100, they primarily eat white rice. Most of them never even seen brown rice. So yes, you were indoctrinated to believe something, but it was a lie. It was a lie. So when you believe a lie, Did you guys know that people will protect the lie? See, if you take someone like Linda, who started at 249 pounds, goes with the Diet Free Life methodology, she's fully indoctrinated, she does it, gets down to 129 pounds. She's lived it. Now, you can get someone with the, let's say, overweight anonymous, and they could avoid white rice. Linda ate white rice. They avoid white flour. Linda ate white flour. They avoid a whole bunch of things, and Linda ate the things that they're avoiding. And let's say that Linda loses 100 pounds, they lose 100 pounds. What's the difference? Well, one is avoiding foods, and she lost 100 pounds. Linda's not avoiding foods, and she lost 100 pounds. So which one do you want? Do you want a program that will lose 100 pounds, 10 pounds, 15 pounds, 50 pounds, and you have to avoid things? Or would you rather lose weight and not have to avoid? And both of them are, let's say both are guaranteed. I'm going to go with the option of having everything on the table, because I don't want to feel guilty if I eat white flour. I don't want to feel guilty if I eat, white bread or have a white potato. I don't want a guilt ticket. I want freedom. Freedom! That's what I want. But a lot of people, I'm going to do keto. So I'm going to avoid all the things that Linda ate. And you both lose the same amount of weight. Now, is this intelligence? What is this called? Is this aptitude? Is this comprehension? That's where I'm torn, because you could put the data in front of someone. You can show them the proof. You can give them the plan. And we know the outcome. It's not like they have to give up everything. They can eat regular everyday food. Okay, all right. Here, let me give you some examples. I'm at a party. They're grilling some burgers. I want a burger. So with the Diet Free Life methodology, I can make it what we call a fat burning meal by eating that burger. I got the bread top and bottom. I got the burger. It smells good. I got some barbecue sauce on there, some onions. I like onions. If you don't add them. I mean, do you? And I can make that my fat burning meal, and I'm good. Now, this person would come to the party. Oh, they're going to bring their own food because they can't eat that bread. It has white flour in it. So they'll get the patty and maybe have some vegetables with it. Okay. And that's fine too. That's a fat burning meal. And then the person who don't care and don't want to know anything, they're eating a burger, probably get a hot dog. They're drinking a cocktail. If there's fries, they're going to have that and some potato salad. And then they're wondering on Monday why they can't lose weight and why their cholesterol and their blood pressure and all these other things are not going in the right direction. So how do we get them into our lane? Is it intelligence? I'm telling you, I've been in the room with some very smart people, whole bunch of degrees, way more like higher education than me. And they can't even see the value of doing it the right way. What do you call that? That's why the question comes up. Does intelligence dictate health? And I'm going to say no. Because there's a lot of bright, smart people that will catch the replay that are hearing us right now, and they're stuck. They don't even know where to start. So then I would say it must be a lack of humility. Maybe they just don't like asking for help. Maybe somewhere in their upbringing, they experience adverse behavioral, they have adverse ACEs, adverse childhood experiences, ACE, adverse childhood experiences. And because of something that happened in their childhood, they don't feel comfortable asking for help. And maybe that's the thing that blocks them from moving forward. It's really interesting. I mean, seriously. I mean, what do you guys think about this? Think about all the smart people that you know. All the things they invent, all kind of stuff. Look at Elon Musk. This guy obviously brilliant, but he's so brilliant that he's stupid. And I actually look forward to meeting Elon one day. But he's stupid, which is ignorance, because at one point he took the weight loss drug. Now, a lot of these people who are that smart, they don't think for themselves in those areas. They're really good at hiring people or surrounding themselves with really smart people in their fields, and then they'll respect their recommendation. So he could have 3 physicians that are like, yeah, you'll be okay taking a drug. Yep. Let's do it. We'll do it in stages. Yep. And then he just took their opinion and did it, not knowing that they don't know what the hell they're talking about. And then through his own personal experience, if he has a negative experience, then he would just learn through his own experience that, nah, that drug's not for me. When you're coughing and gagging and you're afraid you're going to pass out, choke on your own vomit, or the food is stuck in your intestinal tract. I mean, come on. So is it about intelligence? I guess this is the question. Or is it not? As coaches, we got to really understand this and think about it, because your marketing is based on how people perceive what you're making available. So if you advertise what people need, you probably won't do well. But if you advertise what people want, which most people want to buy a lie, then you could do really well. I had a really tough time with this when I was introduced to it in 2005. I really did. I had a very tough time when I got into direct marketing at the top of the game. I had a really tough time because I felt like we were lying if we put it out there with all this sizzle. But that's what the intelligent and all people wanted. You go out and you say, hey, we're going to take baby steps and it's going to and you make it all nice and soft. They don't want that. And I'm talking marketing now. I know how to market. People they just want a lie. It's more appealing. The allure of a lie is so much more impressive. Why do you think people in network marketing do so well oftentimes? Because it's all based on just yapping and lying and selling a dream, selling hope. There's really little substance in what they're making available. Why do you think before and after pictures have done so well? I look at this picture. If you don't believe it, look at this picture. Look at this picture. And I'm talking before and after. Then people are like, okay. But if you say, hey, I'm going to show you how to eat broccoli and combine it with steak or maybe chicken, maybe fish, you're going to eat your foods in a combination. It's a little bit of an educational curve, but in less than 45 minutes, you're going to know how to make a fat burning meal. You're going to know this. And then as your coach, I'm going to be there with you and we're going to reinforce it. That's powerful. That's powerful. So let me see. Who's here? Lisa Marie says there's an entire agenda of having certain people build trust to get them to do something. They said it with the shot that came out for the virus. Man, aren't you speaking the truth? You know how many people got upset with me when I use my own critical thinking, my personal experience, my clinical experience since 1995 around health, metabolic health, cardiovascular health, weight loss, all that goes with that. And I sat back and went, nah, I'm not going to do it. I'm okay. I had people unfriend me on Facebook because I didn't run out and make it visible and get a a badge or some type of sign that I could put on my profile picture that says I got it. I was like, hell no. And then I ended up spending time with some people who are in the space who were doing research at the time. And we weren't wearing masks, and people were carrying the stuff around. I was exposed to it like big time. And then when I got, got it the first time, me and my daughter got it together, and we just stayed in a room for about 4 days in Arizona in a hotel and just watched Netflix, ordered food in. I was a little tired, but I wasn't vomiting or like in pain. And then I was good. Then later on, got it again. Didn't even know I had it, but I had it. So I never got the shot. And I had people give me a hard time. And fast forward now, all of this evidence come out. All of these truths have come out. I go, where are those people now that gave me a hard time? Now that we know that they gave me a hard time for no reason. They didn't call me and say, hey, you know what? I'm sorry, man, about that. Hey, I want to apologize because, I was just going by what I was told. Those people just got quiet and just, if that was me and we switched it, I would be eating crow every day. I would be walking around with big old plates of crow. Well, anyway, I'm getting off topic. But, my point here, you guys, is that we must challenge ourselves to challenge ourselves, but yet look for what is the truth. So some people believe that lack of intelligence, lack of aptitude is part of the reason why people are unhealthy. I disagree. Because I've seen it. The first clinical trial we did was with Aetna with a Medicaid population. We worked with grandparents and parents who were in under-resourced and underserved communities. They didn't have much money, and we showed them with our program how to eat. And as a result, the parent and guardians got in better shape, meaning they lost weight, they felt great, and vicariously you saw the kids get healthier in the house. How's a kid going to get healthy if you tell me they can't eat white rice? You can't eat white bread. You got to learn how to eat what you have access to and eat it in a way that we have proven to work. So help me, because I'm working on some marketing things. I really want to understand this. And I know there's a whole bunch of influencers out there, fitness, nutrition, and a lot of people are talking, but they ain't doing. They're good at explaining and hyping people and all that, but they ain't doing it. I mean, come on. And because none of those people are real, then it looks real because all you see is unreal people preaching. Now, I'm not saying they're not real as a human being. They're real as a human being, but they are not giving real information. And people don't, it's kind of like when we take off and we become household name. There's a whole bunch of people I know that they'll be the first one in line talking about Diet-Free Life and how it's amazing and how it can help people. But right now, because it's not the influencer for them, they rather go and just be a part of all the lies and just push other things that aren't lies. And the people who buy into those people don't want to see anything different either because they bought into those people. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I would walk into gyms, fitness centers, studios. People know me, and I would see people in there with type 2 diabetes, people struggling on medications. And the person who owns the gym knows what I've been able to do. And even though his clientele is in desperate need of help, do you think he's going to introduce me to them? Hell no. That's the world we live in. Because people are just They're thinking about themselves. They are thinking about themselves. So, I mean, I don't know about you, man, but this is crazy. And I'm curious. So I would love, if there's any other thoughts, any other comments, please post, because help me understand it. Do I need to approach it with intelligence? How do I win? So I need someone on here to catch this replayer and that don't know much, and they can kind of like weigh in and tell me, like, Robert, if I don't know you, but this is what I would need to hear or what I would need to see in order to open up and make myself available to learn more. Okay. That would work. Let me see. What does Lisa Marie say? Lisa Marie says they had our governor go up on the pulpit in a church, telling the church to recruit disciples to get it. Man, is that what I need to do? No, we could never do that because they wouldn't let us do that. That was a political, financial opportunity when it came to the jab. Really interesting. Now, as I close here, those of you who understand what critical thinking is, those of you who are fully aware of what it is to be aware of, what can you do to help get people to become aware of what we are aware of? Do you use your Facebook? Do you ever share any of my posts that make sense, that you think it helps someone? Or do you just kind of look at it and like it and make a comment, but not share it? Maybe you have 300 friends on Facebook. If you shared it, they don't see you just sharing anything. So maybe don't share everything I do. But let's say I share something like I did with fatty liver. It was the number one shared, liked post for 2023. We gave away a whole bunch of information to help people because almost 50% of adults in America have fatty liver. 10% of kids in growing, I think it's up to 25%, have fatty liver. Fatty liver, when the liver starts to fall apart, you guys, and is compromised as far as what it's able to do, then other parts of your body, organs, etc., become compromised. We have not seen the horror that is coming our way when it comes to liver, to people's liver. It's hard to get a liver transplant now because when they go to do a liver transplant, the liver of the person who died is a fatty liver. They can't use it. They can't use that as a transplant. It's crazy. So there's my question. I don't know. Help me out. I just need help. How do I reach more people? That's what it comes down to. Okay. How do we get those stubborn people who don't want to hear anything? They have confirmation bias, or they have cognitive bias, right? And they just see things the way they see things. They're not open to learning about anything else. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm Robert Ferguson. I share because I care. I want to give a shout out to Lisa Marie. Thank you for participating. Linda, thank you. Good to see Cindy V in the house. What's up, everybody? Marilyn, hey. It's going down, though. Because this was good. This was a good conversation, even to have with myself. Okay. All right, you guys, if you have thoughts, email my assistant, email me, contact me, message me. I would love to hear, because everything when it comes to health continues to get worse. And it's time to turn it around. I don't want to have the same conversation next year. We have a new medical director that's coming on our team. This guy is one of the top cardiologists in the world. I really, really like him. And today we had another person who's coming onto the team, and we got some really good news about one of our big projects. And I don't think it's going to be a year from now. This thing is going to happen really soon. I was sharing it with someone the other day, and because we were hoping we would close it before 2023 came to an end. We got a call today. It is extremely alive. It is going to happen. And so thank you guys who have been there for us and supported me on this venture. It is going to happen. We're going to help people. And then we're going to have something left behind that can help many generations that follow us. And with us, it's not a pill. It's not a potion. It's not a powder. It's education. It's educating people and putting them in a position where they're informed, and then they know how to eat. And when you know how to eat, that means you have a plan. If you don't know how to eat, then you look for a fad. Intermittent fasting is a fad. Even keto is a fad. All of these things where you avoid foods and you're experiencing major restriction, those are fads. They come, they go. They come back, they go again. We are not a fad. And for those who are new, hey, join the challenge. We have the Gut Health Challenge is coming up. Come on board. If you want to learn more, reach out to me, or we'll connect you with one of our coaches that's near you, someone we think would work with you. Sometimes it could be me. Yeah, and let's rock and roll. All right. So you guys have a good evening. I appreciate you. Let me see here. Someone in our Facebook group. Thank you for posting this. They said, I was talking with a lady the other day about diet-free life. And one of her questions to me, what if I have ever been overweight? She see me thin and thinks I don't understand her problem. Oh yeah. That's confirmation bias. There's a whole bunch of those people. Yeah. So you'll have people, and if you're a coach, they're going to ask you that question. You're going to meet someone, they're going to go, have you ever been overweight? And there is no wrong answer, but there is a proper response. And so you want to have that. Maybe in our next coach training, we can go over that. All right. So anyway, thank you. All right. I'm Robert Ferguson. I share because I care. And if you want to learn more, go to dietfreelife.com. We have a free quiz you can take over there. And then that free quiz will put you in a position to get a free consultation if you're interested. Other than that, I will be back mañana. That means tomorrow. And until then, God bless and be well.